even if this doesn't happen, I feel entirely vindicated for believing like this might very well be like the last shot to get a fucking two-state solution done, or if all the population support it. That place is just fucked. That's not included in a Palestinian state ever. The West Bank being increasingly annexed under Trump. They've already sped up the pace of annexation after October 7th. Presumably that's only going to accelerate. Trump recognized the annexation of the Golan Heights, right? Trump recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. If you want to see more content like this, I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing. It really helps with the algorithm. And make sure to check out the Discord and other social links in the description.
All of them. I mean, we're talking about probably 1,000,007 people, 1,000,007, maybe 1,000,008. But I think all of them, I think they'll be resettled in areas where they can live a beautiful life and not be worried about dying every day.
So true. Look at Netanyahu's smile here, bro.
Probably 1,000,007 people, 1,000,007, maybe 1,000,008.
And he's been on this for a while. I guess that's the most recent clip, but I had this clip saved.
I'd like to see Egypt take some look. The Gaza thing has not worked. It's never worked. And I feel very differently about Gaza than a lot of people. I think they should get a good, fresh, beautiful piece of land, and we get some people to put up the money to build it and make it nice and make it habitable and enjoyable and make it a home.
They don't want to leave, though. How can you say they don't want to leave?
I don't know how they could want to stay. It's a demolition site. It's a pure demolition site.
I mean, it's horrible for me to say this, but I feel vindicated just because, well, one, for anyone, the lesser thing is that, you know, people were saying, maybe Trump would be better. Maybe Trump, I think even Casey was on the maybe Trump would be better. He was like, how do you know Trump's going to be worse? This is an insane crystal ball. It's like, bro. So one, I feel vindicated there because this is obviously fucking evil. But also, like if this actually happens, like, even if this doesn't happen, I feel entirely vindicated for believing like this might very well be like the last shot to get a fucking two-state solution done. Because I didn't know, like, obviously I'm a fucking Zoomer, so this is the like first major round of like Israeli-Palestinian, Israeli-Arab conflict that I've seen. I wasn't alive for the second Intifada. I was only like 3 years old during Cast Lead, and I was like 10 years old for fucking Protective Edge. I think it was 9 years old for Protective Edge, but I'm not paying attention to Israeli-Palestinian conflict when I'm 9 years old, right? So this is really the first like major conflict I've seen, and like, you know, I didn't know if it was like a Zoomer thing where like everyone when they see like the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, they're like, this is the, you know, this round of fighting is like the last shot to like, you know, get something permanent done before Palestinians are just completely fucked or something. But like if 1.7 million Gazans are deported or whatever, like he was saying, so saying all of them are going to be deported, like where, like it's just so fucked at that point. Even if that even if we don't deport all of them, but there's just no unified government, but you know, between the West Bank and Gaza, which with Trump, I am 100% sure that there will not be a unified government between the West Bank and Gaza. I don't even know if Biden could have got that. Biden wanted that. Biden had that in his post-war plan that he gave to Trump. He wanted a Palestinian Authority to have more control over Gaza. I don't know if Biden could have got that, but Biden wanted it. Trump doesn't want that. Netanyahu really doesn't. Netanyahu openly doesn't want that. Which I mean, Trump basically openly doesn't want it too. But like literally, like we're just fucked at this point. Like if Gaza is, you know, fucking most of the population is deported, or if all the population is deported, that place is just fucked. That's not included in a Palestinian state ever. And two, we have the West Bank being increasingly annexed under Trump. they've already sped up the pace of annexation after October 7th. We're gonna have presumably that's only going to accelerate. Trump recognized the annexation of the Golan Heights, right? Trump recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. So we have Gaza gone in terms of it being included in a Palestinian state. The West Bank increasingly annexed. We're just so fucked at that point. Like, what do we expect to happen? Like maybe the West Bank gets a fucking Native American style like reservation at that point, which like was preferable to them not getting it, but that's just fucked.
If we could find the right piece of land or numerous pieces of land and build them some really nice places with plenty of money in the area, that's for sure. I think that would be a lot better than going back to Gaza, which has had just decades and decades of death.
Where would those pieces of land be?
Well, they
Those
could be in
aircraft
Jordan,
don't
and they
work.
could be in Egypt, and they could be in other places. You could have more than two, more than one, but you could have more than two. And you'd have people living in a place that could be very beautiful and safe and nice. Gaza's been a disaster for decades.
Would the U.S. pay for that?
I don't think the UN would pay, but I think there's plenty of people that would in the area. They have a lot of money. They certainly have a lot of money. Some of the countries over there, they'd like to see it. I know that Saudi Arabia wants to see peace. I can see that. And many of
I don't know. I also don't know. I mean, I think a big obstacle for Saudi Arabia getting peace with Israel, Saudi Arabia wants the 67 borders to be recognized. I don't know. I don't know if any country would be down for Abraham Accords V2 if you're simultaneously sending the population of Gaza into Egypt and Jordan, or even to other Arab countries. I don't know if Egypt and Jordan is going to accept them. I don't know. Maybe Trump will try to pull some tariff stunts with them as well, but goddamn.
the countries there, as far as I'm concerned, they all want peace. I think, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I think Iran would like to see peace too. They've had enough. Don't you think they've had enough?
But the leaders of Egypt and Jordan have said bluntly they have no interest in doing this.
Well, they may have said that, but a lot of people said things to me. They said they wouldn't take anybody back in Venezuela, and right now they're flying them right back into Venezuela. And a lot of people, and they're doing the right thing in Venezuela.
Real.
The Panama Canal is an active discussion right now. They said things about that, and virtually everything that's been said has been incorrectly stated based on the result.
Would that amount to forcibly displacing those people from Gaza?
I don't think so. I think if they had the opportunity, they'd love it. If they had an alternative to Gaza, they have no alternative right now. I mean, they're there because they have no alternative. What do they have? It is a big pile of rubble right now. I mean, have you seen the pictures of it? Have you been there? It's terrible to live. Who can live like that? And very dangerous. There's shooting all over the place. There's bombing all over the place on both sides. No, I would think if they had an option of
On both sides.
either in a large group or various smaller groups and take care of the close to 2 million people, I would think that they would be thrilled to do it. They have no, when you say about the Gaza Strip, they don't have an option.
You're saying they'd be
very dangerous.
They'd be thrilled to leave Gaza.
Oh, I think they'd love to leave Gaza if they had an option. Right now, they don't have an option. What are they going to do? They have to go back to Gaza. But what is Gaza?
They don't have an option because Egypt and Jordan don't want them. Because they've created problems in the past. Like, because they already tried the coup Jordan once, didn't they? Like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to like make them get it or whatever. And also, I don't know if a lot of them would leave. The way Trump is talking, the way Netanyahu is talking, I don't know if they want to leave just because they probably don't think they'll be allowed back, and they might have a good reason for believing that. A lot of Gazans in the north did not want to leave because they didn't think they'd be allowed back. They were allowed back. Andrew owes me $20 still. Andrew Wilson, if you're watching, not the streamer Andrew Wilson, same name, different person, classmate Andrew Wilson. If you're watching, you owe me $20. You said they would never be allowed back in the north. Israel allowed people back to their homes in the north. Okay. But like it was like 15% of the population in northern Gaza stayed despite the warning to evacuate, despite the month-long military operations there, because they thought they might not ever be allowed back. Yeah. And I don't even think all of them have been allowed back. I think they have like limited times that they can cross or whatever. And like there's one specific route they have to take, and there's like restricted times you can drive vehicles or whatever. But still, they're allowed back. Give me the $20. Anyway, horrible. If you want to chat with me live, sub here or go to Nonfon420 on Twitch or Kick via the links below. Once again, please like and sub to help with the algorithm, and consider sending a donation through YouTube Super Thanks to directly support me, and I'll make sure to reply to any question you ask. See you guys next time.